like this shit. This is bitch shit.
Oh my fuck! Oh, Kami! Kami! Ah!
Yo, actual speed, is that you?
Yeah.
Doesn't know about only up, bro. Oh my god.
Bro, this shit is making my fucking ears red, bro.
Alright. What do you know? Second video already. It didn't take very long. You know, kind of felt a lot of Elden Ring lately, but I've already gone over the ropes for the way these videos are going to work last episode, so let's just get straight to the point. Right after loading to my slot, I went to do some grinding and running around, and yeah, a big portion of my recording was just solely running around and doing that grinding. And you know, one of the funniest things I found about all that is just the fact that I only managed to equip a tree and beast surcoat as my only armor because my endurance wasn't cutting it. So I mean, who needs armor anyway? Following these events, I made my way over to the Castle Ward Tunnel in order to unlock the area right before Margit, the Fell Omen. And yes, we are going to fight Margit this episode, because, you know, it'd be kind of weird just to not. Because I'm trying to fight a boss every episode, if that makes sense. But anyway, after this, did some more running around and ended up getting the Bloody Slash, including the left side of the Dectance Medallion, all located within Fort Height, or Hate, whatever you want to pronounce that. Did a little more running around, talked to Milena, put a couple tears into my psychic mix or physic mix, and ended up running into the Bloody Finger, Recusant Henricus.
I think I might do enhanced charge attacks. I think this is the dad over here.
Oh, okay. So it's just hyper armor.
Had a pretty fun time, and I ended up getting my asshole, or my ass cheeks, absolutely incinerated off my fucking pelvis, but
I need to stop recording and change my.
Dude, there's so many fuck. Oh my shit, there's so much hentai.
Mr. Luck. We cannot be saying this. You cannot be saying this while we're. We cannot be saying this while we're recording, Mr. Luck.
Honestly.
Oh, he's recording.
Now I'm getting notifications about the Route 34 server.
now going backward, and if it's a question where the recording is, it's on my ass and around the corner. Let's just say it got lost with time, even though we just recorded it not too long ago. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, he forgot to record. But anyway, not too long before I'd begun my fight with Henricus, Liquid had found Castle Morne, or Morn, and soon enough started fighting Leonine Misbegotten.
So I finally killed him.
I did kill him. This guy's low-key cheesable. Oh shit! Okay, okay. I have an idea. Since he's R2, wait, L2 cheesable, I'm gonna switch to that heavy weapon again and just start smacking his ass.
After Liquid had lost the first time against Leonine, I ended up finding the Death Touch Catacombs, which I did not go deep in whatsoever because I don't like catacombs. I just don't. While I had been inside the catacombs, just touching the site of grace, just kind of looking around a bit, Liquid had begun his second fight with Leonine, and I'm sure you can already predict how that went.
He doesn't really have a phase 2, but it's like a partial phase 2, you feel me?
Oh, move! Damn!
Down.
You want to run into every catacomb in the game? Oh my gosh.
That shit didn't hit me! Elden Ring! Fix your fucking hitboxes, you motherfucker! No!
Did I kill?
And yeah, I think Elden Ring does have some hitbox issues time to time, and I would start complaining about the whole fall damage thing.
Excuse me?
Back to me, I ran into Alexander and considered killing him to get that early 10% damage buff on all skills, but Liquid he talked me out of my malicious thoughts, and he just convinced me to take his ordinary quest route in order to get a Shard of Alexander that gives me a 15% damage buff on all of my skills. So, while I was talking to Alexander, Liquid on the other hand started his third fight with the boss, and you know, here's how that went.
Shout out, Mr. Brown.
Well, I might actually kill him. If I can get him out.
No!
Salted flesh. Thank you, bro. Well, it was nice meeting you, Alexander. But I'll talk
This
again
boss is gonna make me tear out my fucking hair. Oh.
soon. I'm gonna kill my mom. Kill my dad.
Yeah, okay, so after Liquid's outburst, we discussed plans about meeting up with each other in order to fight Margit, the Fell Omen. Liquid started his 4th fight against Leonine by the time we got done discussing about the meetup, and I had set my eyes on the Dash of Ash of War, because it is a very good versatile Ash of War that is pretty life-saving when it comes down to it, because it's good at just countering humanoids. You're able to like spin around them, hit a back counter or hit back critical. It's versatile, and it's nice having a roll and then a dash right after. But yeah, you get what I mean. In the end, I never really followed through with my ambitions because by that time I already made my way back over to the Castle Ward Tunnel after Liquid's 4th crippling defeat against Leonine. And usually I would show a video, but I don't really want to do that. I'm gonna save him some embarrassment, and also I'm not trying to fucking load that much stuff on my driver right now because I'm already kind of fat up. And after some struggles, we ended up meeting up at the tunnel and getting into each other's world and beginning the fight. While Liquid had handled most of Margit's aggro, my job was to sneak in and land some hits after Margit being moved stunned from trying to attack Liquid. But you know, sometimes things don't just play out as how you want to. Sure, move stuns are nice. It's nice to just sneak in there, get a hit or two, but despite me doing just that job, I ended up failing my one job.
Oh, I died. What the hell?
Bro, why didn't you heal?
I tried to, but I got fucking... It's like, it's our delayed as shit.
Yeah. I don't know why. I fought Margit before, and this is like a common thing I do, but it's just whatever. And Liquid wasn't too long to fall after me, and we both had to restart because of this. And after the fight, I hadn't really thought of it, but one of my biggest questions after the fact was why hadn't he summoned Sorcerer Rajier in order to help us? Because I think, like my point of view, I think Rajier is as strong as both of us combined. So I think it'd be pretty nice for like basically another 2 people inside of 1 to just kind of help us with the fight. But you know, it is what it is. You can't change the past. Following our defeats, I decided to do some more leveling because after seeing the minuscule amount of damage I had on Margit, I felt absolutely sick to my stomach, like I was going to die. It was like I had the fever all over again. It's like I had a flu. But I decided to go back to my old ways and just trot my sorry ass over right back to farming trolls up at War Master's shack. And while I was doing this, Liquid had also begun to farm some trolls, give or take some, but you know, after getting his ass a little bit whooped by them, he decided to run back over to Calsum Warren in order to have that 5th rematch against Leonine. Though more or less predictably, he got his ass whooped once more.
And I get 2-shotted by him. I don't have enough vitality for this shit, bro.
And following that loss, Liquid did nothing else but went right back to farming some more trolls after finding out he didn't have the vitality required in order to beat the crack baby, quote unquote. But it is what it is. After he was done grinding at the moment, Liquid made his way over to the round table and had fought Mad Tongue Alberic, or Alberich. I don't know how you want to say that, but I'm thinking Alberic. A bit before he had gone to fight the Mad Tongue, I personally had finished my side of the grinding and made my way over to the Castle Ward Tunnel and began to fight Margit once more at around the same time Liquid had encountered the Mad Tongue for the first time. And I know it may be a question, so I'm just going to answer it. I know it's a question. I know you're going to say like, why did you start fighting the boss alone? But apparently my reason was, in order to get to the round table, I for some reason needed to give Margit a shot. Now that I've looked back on it, it doesn't really make any sense, but it is what it is. It wouldn't have mattered anyway regardless because Margit ended up pushing me off the map.
Well, I need to go
so kind of scared me over the edge of the cliff, kind of like a Lion King reference.
Long live the king.
After my swift defeat, I decided to make my way back over to the Bloody Finger Hunter, Yura, in order to get the Nagakiba. Because I thought, you know, after all that grinding, and after an attempt at Margit, I think I'd at least have a shot. And the result, you ask?
Bell bearings here, so I don't get my ass beat.
How do I? Yeah, I got my ass beat still. And I guess right back to the fucking trolls I go. Can't really escape the grasp of grind. But anyway, going back to when I was fighting Margit, Liquid had officially begun to fight the Mad Tongue, and you know, here's how that went.
Or are you gonna go back to the castle?
Yo, I can low-key beat this guy. This guy's easy as fuck.
Easy as fuck, quote unquote, he says. Let's see how long that holds up.
This guy's a bitch!
Yeah, as you can see, after some tries at beating him, he resorted to no skill and ended up coming out on top.
Yo, easiest fucking boss fight ever?
Moving forward, by the time I was troll farming, Liquid was also doing the same. He was also troll farming. But Liquid had stopped grinding sometime before I did, and he began playing with his stats in order to match what his build was, which is kind of what you're supposed to do. But after choosing the stats he liked, Liquid made his way back over to the Castle Ward Tunnel in order to wait for me to have that last and final rematch against Margit, once and for all, to put this episode to its end. After I was done grinding, I put my investment points into where I wanted them to go, and I too made my way over to the tunnel. But, you know, usually, sometimes whenever I'm inside of a game with a friend, shit just doesn't go my way. So, by the time I arrived at the tunnel and we tried to join each other, a problem arose. It wasn't, I think a problem is an understatement. It was kind of a game-altering one. But the problem was we couldn't really join each other and kept on saying we weren't unable to join each other's worlds or whatever. We tried restarting our games, and we did everything our puny brains could think of, but like, you know, in the end it all ended up being futile, like most of the time. So in order to kind of just cope with it, have like a replacement, we decided to see who could beat Margit first. And how this is gonna work, or how it worked, was obviously it's kind of like a race. We start at the same time and see who can beat him first. So we started at the same time, and I'll just start with Liquid's fight because that's probably the more immersive one. Liquid, during the beginning of the fight, had let Rajier do most of the damage while he was still alive, while he personally stayed back and did a whole bunch of aiding by using mainly the Flame Sling for some quick and easy damage. But, you know, as you can see, with using a low level incantation from that distance and also just kind of letting the NPC taking all the hits, that strat doesn't really work very well to conserve Rajier's life, because Rajier didn't last too long, and yeah, Rajier died, and it was all up to Liquid now. And after running out of his last mana potion and against a Margit with a quarter of his HP left, it was not looking too shiny for my boy. Just kind of looking a little bit shitty out there.
Fuck! I had him so low.
In the end, this loss meant nothing to him, because he was unfazed and he went right back to giving Margit another shot. But this time, Liquid had changed his tactic and resorted to the no-skill method that he used to beat the Mad Tongue. And that was going to require him to get close range along with Rajier. But after Rajier had died once more, and Margit once more at half health, if not a quarter, Liquid drove off the cliff, kind of like how I died.
Where did my sword? I fell off the fucking map. Okay.
Yo, nah. Nah.
I have water on my right for a reason.
My death was kind of like a subtle foreshadowing, but it is what it is. Now, moving on to my fight on the other hand, I obviously used my Rudivia, which I unlocked through my tedious troll farming after I got my ass beat by the bloody finger hunter. This, in turn, absolutely backspaced Margit's HP, which I am not opposed against, and I let Rajier do all the work and let him take all the aggro, while I, from the distance, shaved off his HP. But, you know, I'll be honest, when my Rajier died, my heart stopped a little bit. It was like, oh, fuck, wait, chill. But in the end, it all being alright, because he was just about 3 projectiles away from bursting. So, in the end, I got it on the first try, and Liquid ultimately lost both his first and his second go. But, you know, there's always next time, next episode, next video, whatever you want to say. I'll admit, my swift victory was mainly because of the fact that I had the power of the oh-so-no-skill bleed on my side. But even then, Liquid and I fought well in this episode, or at least I thought we did. And just like the last episode, progress is what ends up counting in the end, regardless if it was a failure or a win. And to sum it all up, most of this episode to me was just grinding, leveling, and mostly losses. And on the other hand, Liquid had gotten some levels, he grinded, got some incants, took a couple losses, and ended up getting his hands on the Cypher Pata not too long before beating the Mad Tongue Alberic. That's makes it a wrap, and thank you guys for watching. If you even watched to the end, well, I guess you don't have to watch the end. Viewers are views. I'm not even gonna put. We're not gonna put. Fuck. Until next time on Dual Leveling. I need to wrap it up. Fuck, I suck at fucking narration.
Oh! I'm a fucking queer!
What is this spam, bro? I hit this guy's shield through his body. He counters, and after that, the guy I was trying to fight hits a freaking heavy and one-shots me. What is this? This is why I hate this damn game and its fucking jump system. Oh my gosh. Yo! Yo, you good, bro?
I just fell down a fucking. Wait. Is my mic broken? Hello?
No.